ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna. So welcome everyone again, and happy Ekadashi. So it's a good opportunity to glorify Krishna today. So it's very nice class is happening on Ekadashi. So last week we discussed a little bit introduction about Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. So today we'll continue the discussion, more concentrating on the preface which is given by Prabhupada. So we'll look at the overview of the book and then we'll turn to introduction pretty soon. So just a quick revision, which we have done last week. Okay, so preface, we covered 3 points last week. The author of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which is Sanatana Goswami, overview of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and primary subject matter, which is Bhakti Rasa. So this is the 3 topics which we covered last week. So we'll do a quick revision and then we'll start the introduction today. So this is Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami. Anyone can give maybe 5 points about Rupa Goswami? Anyone? Quick one? Can be very, very simple ones. Any 5 points? Mridula Mataji, give me 2 or 3.
Yeah, Sanatan Goswami got initiated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Just a quick, can you go back a little bit more? Who
He's,
are
they?
They are Saraswat Brahmanas, originally from Karnataka. They moved to Bengal because of their father's job, you can say, or for studies, and then they settled in Bengal. So that's the first introduction about the family. Now, how many brothers they are?
3.
3. What are the name? Childhood names?
Childhood names.
Someone else? Sanjay Prabhu? Any one name you can say.
Amar, Anupam.
Thank you.
Amar,
Amar is correct. Yes. Amar, Santosh, and the third one is?
Anupam.
No. That's the initial. Vallabha. So Vallabha is the original childhood name. Thank you. So it's Amar, Santosh, and Vallabha. Now later the initiated names that we all know. So Amar became what? Santosh became Sakhi Radhika Mata. You are saying something, but you are on mute.
So Amar was Sanatan Goswami.
Yes.
Santosh was Rup Goswami, and
Thank you.
Vallabha was Anupam.
Thank you, Mataji.
Father
Very
of
nice.
Jeev Goswami.
Yeah, thank you so much. They were working under Nawab Hussain Shah, will not go there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met them in which city for the very first time?
Ramkeli.
Thank you. And then after meeting with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu within a year, they left their position and they went to Vrindavan, following the 4 instructions of Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which are, what are the 4 instructions? Someone else, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
Excavate and build temples.
So first is rediscover those places. And the second one is build the temples. Thank you, Prabhuji. And next 2 are similar. Anyone else?
Preach.
Write the books.
Write the books. About what? What's the
About
subject matter of the books?
Sadhya and Sadhana.
Sadhya and sadhana. Thank you so much. And the fourth one is preach. Okay,
Preach.
so these are the four principles Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave to Sanatan as well as Rupa. Rupa Goswami, he met personally in which city after Ramkeli? Someone else. Yes,
Var-
Prabhu?
Prayag,
Prayag.
Thank you. Prayagraj. For how many days he preached?
10 days.
Thank you. And Sanatan Goswami, he met which city?
Varanasi.
Thank you, Mataji. For how many days?
30.
60. 2 months. So Sanatan Goswami actually got so much personal time with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, anyway, so now they came to Vrindavan and they started executing those 4 instructions given by Mahaprabhu. Just a quick intro. Overview of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. I'll not go in detail. What's the theme of this book? Process of pure devotional service is the theme of this book. What is the purpose given by Rupa Goswami? I'll just read the last 3 words here. For the betterment of mankind or humanity, especially for satisfying the thirst of a self-realized soul, has for divine love or prema bhakti. And the third one is give them instructions to rise to the platform of Vraja Bhakti. So if anyone wants to rise up to the platform of Vraja Bhakti, this is the book which gives all the detail about that. Okay, what are the 4 words included here? Bhakti, Rasa, Amrit, and Sindhu. So there are 4 words. What's the meaning of Bhakti? Anyone can say without looking at the screen. As per Prabhupada? Anyone?
Devotional
Service.
Okay, so devotional service represents one external part, one internal part. What's the external part? In devotional service, what's the external part?
service.
Service. And devotional is internal. So we have internal devotion and then we serve Krishna externally based on our devotional advancement. Okay, rasa, what does rasa mean? So rasa is a big explanation, but any quick one?
Mellow.
Mellow, thank you, Mahasa Prabhuji.
Word rasa is translated in as some kind of a mellow.
Yes, that's a good translation. Okay, we'll talk about rasa in a second. Amrita, everyone knows Amrita. Nectar, Amrita also means happiness. We'll talk about this word later today as well. And Sindhu means ocean. So this is Bhakti, Rasa, Amrita. Sindhu is the Sindhu, ocean of what? Bhakti, Rasa, Amrita. Rasa, as Prabhupada writes, the force that drives the philanthropist, the householder, and the nationalist is called rasa, a kind of mellow whose taste is very sweet. So based on the rasa, everyone gets some driving force to work, to look after their family, to look after their nation, and other aspects of it. Prabhupada writes mundane rasa versus bhakti rasa. So first he describes mundane rasa. What are the features of mundane rasa? Bhoga and tyaga. We oscillate between these 2 extremes. What's the example we gave last week? Or any other similar examples? Anyone else? What's the example which we discussed last week about Bhoga Tyaga?
Taking Krishna property.
Taking Krishna's property, that's true, Acharya Prabhu. A simple life example you can tell, Acharya Prabhu? A simple. We took the example of gulab jamun. Right? So we have a desire of eating gulab jamun, for example. We can eat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and after 7th or 8th, you can't take any more. And even if someone forces you, you'll just vomit it. So although you have desire of bhoga to consume anything, it can be a eatable, it can be any other thing. And after some time, what happens? Tyaga. You just don't want to even see it. But after some days, the desire comes back again. We again want to do bhoga and then again tyaga, and the cycle goes on and on and on. And even if you do bhoga, Prabhupada said it is chapal sukh. Chapal sukh means very flickering happiness. You only get happiness for a few minutes and then repentance for rest of the life sometimes, because of that little sense gratification. Gauranga Prabhu says this very thing. The pain of discipline is less than the pain of regret. Pain of discipline means we can discipline ourselves and feel some pain. We take some volunteer, like today's Ekadashi, many devotees are doing some extra services today in whatever shape and form they can. So they take some discipline today for a higher purpose. Maharaj Kulshekar says, if you are doing Ekadashi just for Ekadashi or fasting, he says, just for the fat reduction, it's not going to help. Fat reduction means, okay, I'm also fasting Nirjala. Another person can also be fasting Nirjala, but there can be huge difference in the purpose. So we are fasting today, Nirjala or Sajala or Safala or Sabudana, Sa Paneer, whatever it is, that is for the pleasure of Krishna, Lord. We want Krishna to be pleased with these services, whatever little we are doing. But another person may also be, seems to be doing Ekadashi, but that's, Maharaj Kulshekar says, that's just for reducing the fat. So we should not take these fasts for reducing the body fat. That's not the purpose of fast. It is to please the Lord. And whatever capacity we may have that day, we follow that level. So, Chapala Sukh. So if we can discipline ourselves, then we can gain a lot. But if we don't discipline ourselves, the pain of regret will be unbearable, unbearable. So we can have this line on our forehead. So anytime we get tempted towards other things, anti-devotional things, especially, we should think about it. Pain of regret can be unbearable. So that's how we can save ourselves or try to save ourselves. So Chapal Sukh is flickering duration of happiness. It doesn't last long at all. We read this nice quotation by Bhakti Vikas Maharaj. As Acharya Prabhu said, it is thievery. Why it's thievery? Anyone else can explain why Maharaj calling bhoga as thievery? Yes, Prabhu? What's the correlation between these two words?
No, because everything belongs to Krishna.
Yes. And we trying to bhog it, we trying to enjoy it. Like if I enjoy your property, for example, I said maza aa gaya, but that's a theft actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I stole your property or I put proprietorship on your property and then I enjoyed it. It wasn't my property. So bhoga, Maharaj also says thievery. So anytime we get into this, we can remember these words. Very strong words, but they work. And tyaga is lunacy, pagalpan, madness. Like I am giving up something which doesn't even belong to me. And I said, I'm a big tyagi. I'm a big renunciate. But I'm renouncing which doesn't even belong to me. So the bhoga and tyaga both are actually illusory things. Bhoga means thievery. I'm stealing Krishna's property and I'm enjoying it many times without Krishna's permission. And that's why devotees are not thief. Which verse in Bhagavad Gita says devotees are not thief? Yes, Chaitanya Prabhu. Rasanand Prabhu. सब लोगों को आता है verse. Everyone knows this verse. Rasanand Prabhu, you
No,
know.
in third chapter, I think, Prabhu.
13th verse, 313. Yajñashtasanasanto mucchante sarvkilvishai bhujyate te tugam papa ye pachanti atma karanat. So ye pachanti, one who eats out of selfish motives, they are thieves. Bhagavad Gita is saying they are thieves. But devotees are not, because we take permission of Krishna. We offer everything, including our clothes, we offer to Krishna. Everything we buy, we first offer to Krishna and then we consume. So we take permission of Krishna, and obviously we offer the things which Krishna likes. Someone asking, can we offer meat, alcohol? Prabhupada said, no, you can't do that. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Krishna doesn't like. So you have to offer your guest what he likes, not what you like. If guest comes to your house, what would you offer to him or her? What he likes. If I like meat and fish, I can't offer him. That's not service. So Krishna doesn't like those things. So we offer to Krishna what he likes. And then when we accept those things as prasad, then we don't become thief. So thief and lunacy. And we are not doing any tyag. What Prabhupada said to Hayagriva Prabhu, anyone remembers last week we discussed? When Hayagriva Prabhu, I have renounced everything. What did Prabhupada say? Akhand Rasa Prabhu, you remember?
Nothing belongs to you anyway.
Yes. And then he said, yes, you're right. That's the first line. What are you renouncing? Nothing belongs to you anyway. And then what you have to renounce is your false ego.
False ego.
You just have to renounce your false ego that I am the owner, I am the proprietor, I am the controller. So you can keep the things, but don't have this tendency of mama. Mama means it's mine. This property is mine, this house is mine, this every fame is mine. I am the owner of this fame. So I have to enjoy this fame. No, Bhoktaram Yagdapsam Sarvalok. Krishna is the Bhokta of everything. So when you have this concept very clear, then the things will go on nicely and you can live in the world as per Ishopanishad, first verse, for hundreds of years, you'll not get bound because you know the real owner. So having things is not a problem. It's just the false ego we should not have. Yes, Akhand Rasa Prabhu or Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
We offer everything that we have, we own, we bring to the Lord. Like you said, we ask permission, and but the deep love that is supposed to be there when we offer it to the Lord is not there or may not be there at this stage. So how can
Yep.
we convert it to that real love?
Yep. Thank you, Mata. Very nice question. We have discussed this in Bhagavad Gita 926 verses 927. Anyone remembers verse 927? Yat karoshi yat ashnasi yat jihosi dadasi yat. You remember that verse, everyone? So that was like, by duty, we are doing everything. We are offering everything to Krishna, including our tapasya, including whatever we eat. Whatever we take, we offer it. And the journey is from 927 to 926 with Patram Pushpam Phalantoyam Yome Bhaktya Prakshati. Now, many of you have been in this organization for last 20 years, or maybe more than that. You've been offering everything, but how much those things are offered with love? We don't know, actually. We don't know. What is 2% love, 3% love, 10% love? We don't know. And Krishna says 4.11, Ye tamam prapadyante tam sudhai bhajamyam. I reciprocate accordingly. And that's true. Chitraketu Maharaj in Srimad Bhagavatam, when he renounced his kingdom, became disciple of Narad Muni, he took only 7 days to take darshan of Sankarshan Dev. Only 7 days. How long we have been chanting? 7 years, 17 years, probably 20 plus years as well. Huh? Some devotees on this call. Huh? Have you seen Sankarshan? I have not seen yet. I'm not sure about you. Chitraketu Maharaj could see the fruit of that mantra in 7 days. We are not able to see. Prabhupada said it will only take one chant. You can translate in the English as 1 minute, but one chant actually is a lot less than a minute. We are not able to do that. So journey from 927 to 926, coming back to your question, Mataji, will depend on our sincerity. And how long that will take, we don't know, actually. We don't know. And for different souls, the journey will take different amounts of time, because someone is going with the speed of 10 kilometer an hour, someone is going with 1,000 kilometer an hour. Huh? Coming to my mind is Bhakti Rasamrat Maharaj, one example, and there can be many more. Huh? When he came to know about this philosophy, he renounced so soon. Jayapataka Maharaj, within a week, he shaved his head, he was wearing dhoti, and he was in the temple. Bhakti Charu Maharaj. So many examples. They just came and boom. There was no waiting period. Huh? Sometimes we struggle even to chant 16 out. We take years to reach to the number 16. What to speak of quality 16. So the answer is, Mataji, it's about our sincerity in our devotional practices. It may take one churn, it may take 7 days, it may take Bahu Janma Karyate Shravan Kirtanam, Tabutana Paya Krishna Pade Na Premadhana. Many births you may be able to do this process of Shravan and Kirtan. You will still not get the love of Godhead. So that's where we are. But one example I'll give, and then we'll go to this discussion. I heard in a class, one devotee was explaining very nicely about this topic. How long will it take? If you have a pitcher, a ghada, everyone knows a ghada, which has, say, 20 holes in it. You're trying to go to the river and trying to fill water in it. As soon as you come out, will any water come out from that river? Because the pitcher has holes, many holes in there. Huh? No matter how many times you try, the pitcher will get empty every time you want to bring the water out. So someone asked this person, why are you trying to fill your water in this pitcher? It will never happen. But he said, I want to fill my pitcher with the water. So which way we can do this successfully? Pitcher still has holes. This person wants to fill water in this pitcher only. It's like a paheli in Hindi, you know. How do you resolve it? You understand the question? You understand the question? You want to fill water in that pitcher which has a lot of holes. How would you achieve that goal? Yes, Sanjay Prabhu.
Stay in the river.
Stay in the river. Thank you, Prabhuji. Huh? Stay in the river. So the general answer for all of us is stay in the river, stay in the devotee association, never come out. Then our mind, which has so many holes, we listen from one ear, from another ear it goes. Sometimes it doesn't even cross the ear. We are sitting in the class just with the body. The mind is completely elsewhere. That's why I keep waking everyone else, you know. Mataji, Prabhuji, bataiye. That's why I have to wake up all of you. Because your body may be there, mind may not be there. I'm same as well. I just have to speak. So when I'm listening, you know, same thing. So mind has so many holes in it. So what you have to do, constant Shravan and Kirtan, just never leave that. you will reach back to Godhead in this lifetime. Possible, unless you perform a big Mahaparad to a Vaishnava. Okay, so that's the answer.
Thank you. Yeah, thank
Okay,
you.
let's move forward. Radhanath Maharaj, I'll quickly read that. Beautiful. Real renunciation, whether one is sannyasi, it doesn't matter which ashrama you are. It's not one ashram is higher than other. Ashram is, what's the meaning of ashram? Taking ashray of a formal institution so that we can go back to God. The purpose is achieved, right? You take admission, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu in RMIT, someone goes to UNSW, someone goes to, University of Sydney. Does it really matter what's the goal? And the goal, Sanjay Prabhu, get a job, get a good job, huh? Get some honest job and get some honest money, earning, so that we can run the life. But does it really matter which university you go in? Some people get so much bogged up, this uni, that uni. So it doesn't matter which ashram you are in. Use your body, mind, and words, which is our BMW. This is the real BMW in the service of the Lord, Vaishnavas, and other living beings. So it is the goal of life to see life in this lens. You can see this no matter where you are, which ashram, which age group, gender, you're very intelligent, not very intelligent, you only know Hindi, not English. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can still go back to Godhead. Okay, what is Bhakti Rasa? Just quickly read Prabhupada lines. Bhakti Rasa, the mellow relish in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. You see many devotees, they don't even leave temple. You have to tell them, Prabhuji, Mataji, go now. They don't go. Why are they having so much rasa? Like children, when they are playing, mama has to call 10 times, beta come, and beta is just busy in playing. Similarly, devotees, once they go to temple, to katha, to kirtan, they just like never stop. Their body will stop, but their service will not stop. So this is Bhakti Rasa. They get so much attached with it. So much attached with it. And two qualities Prabhupada gives. The last one, mundane rasa bhog tyaga, it is, bhoga and tyaga. But this rasa, which Bhakti Rasa, which devotees experience, this is constant. Because this is the natural position of the soul. Do you have to teach children how to play? They're constantly, you have to teach them how to study. When they have to do homework, then your parents have to struggle a lot hard. But for playing, you just leave them and they will play. So this is very natural, very natural. And that one was Chapala Sukha. This is eternal Sukha. Every single name of the Lord you take, Ram, Krishna, Narayan, Govind, this is eternal. Just one name. Ajamil made a mistake by chanting the name of Narayan. It was a mistake, but Narayan took it as personal. Wow, he's chanting my name. And he gave, full benefit of doubt. So even one name which is chanted unofficially, with no feeling, with no even indicating of the Lord, can still save you from the Neha Bikramna Shosti Pratyavayo Na Vidyate. Swalpam, Alpa mane chota, Swalpa, very chota. Very Swalpam Apyasya Dharma se Trayate Mahato Bhayat. What's the Mahato Bhayat mean? Anyone? What's Mahato Bhayat? Mridula Mata?
Mahato Bhayat is the greatest fear of death.
What is that greatest fear?
Of death.
Okay, more than that, sleeping, death will come regardless. You are fearful, not fearful. That will come to every Vismrti Loka, this feature.
Falling down to the lowest species.
Going down. Death will come, no problem. Devotees are not scared. But going down is Mahato Bhayat. If you become a cat tomorrow or an insect tomorrow, can you chant Hare Krishna? Today may be the last day of your life when you can pray to Lord. So use it when you can see Jagannath Ji, maybe. So yeah. So this is not a Chapala Sukha, this is eternal Sukha. You take it by your heart. Agni, fire you touch knowingly or unknowingly, it will act on you. It will burn your hand. It will not excuse you. Sorry, Prabhu, you didn't know that, so I'll not burn you. No, Agni will burn. So this is the Vastu Shakti, the Sarup Shakti of Nam is, it will benefit the Jiva. Kaite suite yatha tatha nam laye. Kali kale naam rupe Krishna avatar. Khate samay, sote samay, jagte samay, in any room of your house, take the holy name. Ram, Krishna, Krishna. Okay, so Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu overview. The nectarian pleasure derived from devotional service to Krishna is clearly superior. If you have little wisdom, you can understand. To material sense gratification, there's not much discussion in it. Unless, as Prabhupada said, if you're eating cow meat, you have no brain. ISKCON had a court case, brainwashing court case. And Prabhupada said, you don't even have brain. What to speak of washing the brain? First you have the brain, then we will wash it. Huh? Among Lila Prabhu said in one of the classes, he said, we are dhobi. We are washermen. We are dhobi. Why? Because we are washing. What is dirty has to be washed. You have all the virus. Radhesham Prabhu said, you have 3 viruses in your mind. What are the 3 viruses? LAG. Lust, anger, greed. Kam, krodh, lobh. 3 viruses we have to clean. We have to put this antivirus CD. Huh? So it is clearly, if you have little intelligence, you can understand. Huh? That's why all the intelligent people join Hare Krishna. Yajantihi sumedasaha. In Bhagavatam, it says in 12.351, Yajantihi, so who will worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Sumedasaha. Not intelligent, very, very intelligent. So all of you are extremely intelligent. So all glories to you. Huh? Manushanam sastesu kasyid yatati siddhaye. Out of thousands of men, only few tried to endeavor in this direction. And out of thousands of them, only few understand. So just imagine how rare we are. How rare we are. To be situated, we are not pure or at all like that, but to be situated in this situation is also Brahmand Brahmite Kauna Bhagyavan Jeev. Out of millions and trillions of life, we got this opportunity. And now we have to understand that Krishna's devotion service is much greater than material sense gratification. One may sometimes manage to procure a few drops of sense pleasure in this material world, but there's an entire ocean, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the nectar of devotion, easily available. Prabhupada is writing. You don't have to even finish your Bhakti Shastri degree. You can experience it right now. Susukham kartam. Right now you experience Sukha. You sit in a class, maybe not today, it's a boring class, but you sit in a class spoken by a nice devotee, you really relish it. In a kirtan, you really relish it. You really feel like, wow, or. Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, or, huh? So you have taste and then you get the taste, huh? Or chahiye, huh? I need more kirtan, more katha, more services. Huh? You just cannot live without Krishna. By understanding the nectar of devotion, one can dive deeply into that ocean. So this is the lakshya, the aim, the target of this book, to take you much deeper into this ocean. Okay. Now this is where we start our today's discussion. So Sanjay Vyas Prabhu had a question last week. Hope it will be answered, Prabhuji, in the next few slides. So this book, this is Rupa Goswami's division, which I'm talking. I'll talk about Prabhupada as well in a minute. So Rupa Goswami divided this whole book into 4 parts, and he called it Eastern Division, Southern Division, Western Division, and Northern Division. So 4 parts. And normal oceans are also divided into 4 parts, just for the study purpose, some other normal purposes. So southern part of the Pacific Ocean had problems, for example. So Eastern Division, in this, we will be having 19 chapters of Nectar of Devotion, Prabhupada book. So I've written the numbers. These numbers not are from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. These numbers are from Prabhupada Nectar of Devotion. So you can understand there are two books, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Nectar of Devotion. Nectar of Devotion is the summary study of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So it doesn't have every single thing, but Prabhupada has given what is relevant, most useful for us. So the chapter numbers belongs to Prabhupada. So Eastern Division, we will talk, the main topic will be types of bhakti, and we'll talk about that today. Southern Division, Western and Northern Division, we will not talk because that's not the part of Bhakti Shastri course, but you are welcome to read the whole book. It's very, very nice. Prabhupada has given the summary of all the book. So Prabhupada has given chapters 20 to 34, which talks about components of rasa. Prabhupada talks about primary rasas, which is from 35 to 44. What are the 5 primary rasas? Namavtar Prabhu? Very simple question. Maybe Namavtar Prabhu can. Yes, Prabhu?
Madhuri Ras.
Okay, starting from the top. Okay. Can you go from the bottom?
Santeras, Daseras, Sakyaras, Vastalyaras.
And the last one is Madhuri. Thank you very much, Mataji. And thank you, Namatar Prabhu. So these are the 5 primary rasas. What's the definition of secondary rasa? Anyone else? What's the definition? Which assist primary rasa to go deeper. So primary rasa, there can be 5 primary divisions, and within that, you can have secondary rasa. So no secondary rasa will be a permanent rasa. Secondary rasa is asthai. Asthai means it will come and go. But primary rasa will always, it's called sthai. Sthai means it always happens. Like Mother Yashoda is going to love Krishna always in Vatsalya. Always. She's not going to change to Dasya tomorrow. Like Arjun, if you see, Kunti Maharani, if you see, they have a mix of Vatsalya and Dasya. So Kunti, when she sees the opulence of the Lord, say in Uttara's case, for example, she starts praying to Namashe Purusham Tvadyam. She's a Bua of Krishna. She's supposed to have Vatsalya rasa. But when the Dwarka Vasis or Mathura Vasis, when they see the opulence of the Lord, what happens? Their rasa goes down. But in Vrindavan Vasis, their rasa is always stable like that. When Krishna lifts the Govardhan hill, what Madhumangal says? Krishna ne uthaya, अरे मैंने उठाया. I have lifted the Govardhan. Because of my mantras, Krishna was able to lift the Govardhan hill. Kachu makhan ko bal badhao, kachu gopan dayi sahai. Kachu gopa, some gopas were holding the sticks, right? Kachu makhan ko bal badhao. Makhan means you have eaten makhan from my house and you're saying you have lifted Govardhan. Actually, we were lifting the Govardhan because you have stolen makhan from my house. So my kachu makhan ko bal badhao, kachu gopan dayi sahai. श्रीमती राधा रानी की कृपा से तूने गोवर्धन लिए उठाए. So Srimati Radharani was looking at you and giving you the Shakti to lift the Govardhan. You have not lifted Govardhan. So this rasa is only in Braja, only in Braja. Nowhere else. Like Arjun is trembling. Arjun is trembling after seeing the Virat Rupa of Krishna. Braja Sakhas never tremble. They say when Krishna killed Kansa, after that, they said to Krishna, you have killed Kansa, so you are a big guy? No, I can defeat you. And then Krishna wrestled with the Brajavasis, with the Sakhas, and the Sakhas defeated Krishna on the spot in front of all the Mathuravasis. And they said, Krishna, you're not so powerful. We are more powerful. They're sitting on top of Krishna. Krishna har gaya, Krishna har gaya. Krishna got defeated. So this is the difference that I'm trying to establish between a primary rasa and the secondary rasa. So this is Sthai Bhav, means the permanent rasa, but Mathuravasis, Dwarkavasis, they fluctuate sometimes. And that's why Brijavasis, the position of Brijavasis is so high, very, very high. Prasannatma Prabhu, I'll just come back. Let's finish this. So secondary rasa assist, like Madhumangal, can be in Hasya rasa, can be in normal rasa as well. Mata Yashoda can be in Krodh sometime. In Damodar Leela, she can show some Krodha. At least she's showing Krodha. She is not angry at Krishna, but she's showing that anger. And other times she can be in Hasya rasa. So these secondary rasas assist in the pastime. But the Sthai rasa is always the primary rasas, and different devotees are like Hanumanji is always in that rasa, in Dasya rasa. Even if Ram wants to lift him to Sakya, he said, no, I'm happy in Dasya. Arjun is always in that. Sometimes he fluctuates. So this is primary and secondary rasas, which are explained in the Western and Northern division. Yes, Prasannatma Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, just a random thought here actually. So, since we are exposed Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is it an impediment for reaching the bridge?
Not really. Not really. Prabhupada said we worship Radha and Krishna in the mood of Lakshmi Narayan. So we don't worship Lakshmi Narayan. Now, whoever worships Lakshmi Narayan, a valid marga, Sri Sampradaya, for example, completely valid, they always worship Lakshmi Narayan in their Dasya Bhav. Perfectly valid. There's no problem with that. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us this Prema Pamartha Mahan, the Pancham Purushartha. But we start our journey from the Dasya, but the end goal. Now, we don't know what is your own Swarupa. We don't know. Many devotees can be in Dasya, some can be in Sakya, some can be in Madhurya. Madhurya also, we can be Vampanthi, Dampanthi. All those divisions are there. But we start from Dasya as per the guidance of our acharyas. But our goal is Madhurya. Goal is Madhurya. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj said, we are not in the Paksha of Krishna. Actually, we are in the side of Srimati Radharani. So, as an institution, this is what is being told by our acharyas. Now, where you may end up in Saket, for example, you may be a devotee of Lord Ram. We don't know that, right? But our goal given by our acharyas is the highest goal, Prema Martha Mahan. And on the journey, we will end up in your own Swarupa.
My question was because we are being exposed to saying Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, how can that thought get erased? When you're going in this journey?
Your Swarupa will be opening up to that nature automatically. I'll give you one example from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Murari Gupta, you are a devotee. Murari Gupta, I'm sure you all know, is incarnation of Hanumanji. Hanumanji comes in Chaitanya Leela as Murari Gupta. So he said to Murari Gupta, you should worship Krishna. Krishna is higher. From rasa perspective, again, Ram and Krishna are same from tattva perspective. And Murari Gupta, thinking about this instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whole night he is thinking. And next morning he said, Mahaprabhu, I want to commit suicide. Why? I cannot not follow your instruction. And your instruction is to worship Krishna, but I cannot worship Krishna. I have given my heart to Lord Ram. I have given my heart to Lord Ram. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced him, saying, I was just testing your Ram Bhakti. Same with Anupam or Vallabh. He was a Ram Bhakta. He was not a Krishna Bhakta. So the point which I'm trying to say, Prabhu, is the beginning of the journey, but because the journey is being driven by our captain, Srila Prabhupada and Acharyas, you will end up in the right place wherever you belong to. It's not an impediment. It's a good starting point so that we don't make any offense in our deity worship in dealing with Vaishnavas. Is that okay?
Okay, bro. Still, I don't know, because even when you're going to Bhakti Puriksha and all, most of the Indian devotees, they are all demigod worshippers. So finally, they'll take classes. Finally, they say, okay, demigod worship is not correct. You see, they bring it to that platform to saying that Krishna is the supreme. So why can't this is the other way here? No? I don't know whether you got my point. So
yeah, but the thing is, you're talking about, Prabhuji, this lifetime, a little impression in your mind.
Yeah.
That's not your original Swarupa. It's like you go to a university to study something, right? And sometimes you have to, unwind a few things. Sometimes you have to accept new things, because you build up. And then based on your studies in graduation, then you go do your post-graduation. And then you do your PhD, for example, right? So you're constantly building up something and destroying some concepts in your mind. It's happening with everyone, even in the material world. So here also, a foundation is given to you. And then based on your nature, slowly, and it may take Prabhuji another 100 lifetimes. So right now, what conceptions we have, they're very, very little, Prabhu. What's in your mind, subconscious mind, what's in your chitta, which is the deep-rooted mind. Even you don't know, Prabhu, even I don't know, right? What is in your chitta? Chitta means a deep subconscious mind, which we are not aware of. Sometimes you see dreams which are completely like not related to your life. They are coming from your chitta. The impressions, the thoughts are deeply rooted in you, which even you don't know. So the impressions which you are talking, demigod worship, Krishna worship, and all, actually is a very small portion. But because it's a pure thing, it goes deep if you sincerely follow the process, and it corrects everything.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Okay. So what we should do to reach there?
Under the guidance of our captains, follow the path. Like a small child goes to school, teacher says 2 + 2 = 4. The boy does not question, so he puts some faith in the teacher. Now, if the teacher says 2 + 2 is 5, year 1 old will protest. Anyone? Or a kindy boy will protest? No. So initially, we all have to put that faith. And later on, obviously, we can sort of challenge and we can ask in a submissive mode. And then our doubts will get clarified. And later on, this boy will say, no, 2 + 2 is 4. This is a universal truth. 2 + 2 is 4. So this, because it's guided by great rishis, great acharyas, all the books are written on the same basis. So we are putting our faith in the beginning, and slowly we are continuing this journey. And then we hope we get the best out of it.
So by practicing devotional service, eventually we'll reach there. That's what you're saying.
This is what Shastra is saying, Prabhuji.
Okay.
This is what we are trying to do.
Okay.
And your question is correct, but initial faith has to be put. Some Shraddha in any institution, in any knowledge, learning, you have to put some initial faith. Faith builds faith.
Okay, bro. Okay, right.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, so what we're going to cover in our Bhakti Shastri course, which is Eastern Division, which is Types of Bhakti, Introduction to Chapter 19. So these are the section which we're going to cover as a part of Bhakti Shastri. Now, this is the classification given Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and I will map both together. Let's look at Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So, Rupa Goswami writing Eastern Ocean, varieties of devotion service. He writes Southern Ocean as general symptoms of transcendental mellow, Western Ocean as primary loving relationships, and Northern Ocean is indirect loving relationship. Let's have a quick look here. So, he gives 4 parts. This is Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami gave 4 parts. And Prabhupada sometimes give exactly 4 parts, sometimes he can go up and down, right? So this is Rupa Goswami, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu I'm talking. I'll give Prabhupada in the next slide. So Rupa Goswami divides the Eastern Ocean into 4 parts, and Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, these 4 parts are also called 4 waves. 4 parts or 4 waves. So in the Eastern Ocean, there are 4 waves. Southern Ocean, there are 5 waves, or you can say 5 parts to it. Western Ocean, there are 5 waves. Northern Ocean, there are 9 waves or 9 parts. So waves or parts is the same thing. So in the ocean, there are 4 divisions. In each division, there are multiple waves. In the first ocean, Eastern Ocean, there are 4 waves or 4 parts. So Rupa Goswami calls them as Bhagavad Bhakti Bhed. I'm reading the Sanskrit given in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Second part, Rupa Goswami says, second wave, you can say Sadhana Bhakti, then Bhava Bhakti, then Prema Bhakti. I'll just quickly read what other parts talk about. We'll not go into detail. So in the Southern Ocean, Rupa Goswami talking about Vibhav, Anubhav, Sattvic Bhav, Vyabhachari Bhav, and Isthai Bhav. Western Ocean, he talks about 5 primary rasas. So there are 5 waves. Each wave represents 1 rasa, starting from Shanta till Madhurya. Northern Ocean, there are 9 waves. 7 are the secondary rasas. So Hasya, Adbhut, Virya, Karuna, Raudra, Bhayanak, Vibhas. There are 7 secondary rasas which assist the primary rasas. Now, last 2 sections Rupa Goswami gives about Maitri Vaira Sthiti, which is translated as compatible and incompatible mellows. And number 9 is incomplete expression of mellows, which is Rasa Bhasa. So these terms sometimes we use in lectures as well. But again, we are not going to detail here. Okay. Next one, this is Nectar of Devotion written by Prabhupada. So this is just a table of contents, you can say, in Prabhupada. So I have put these a red color, a dark maroon color, whatever you want to call it. This is the section which is related to Bhakti Shastri from chapter 20 onwards till 51. So Prabhupada has given 51 chapters in this book, which is not a part of Bhakti Shastri. Now, I put Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Nectar of Devotion side by side, just for your understanding, so we can understand what is what in which. So Eastern Ocean, Southern Ocean, Western Ocean, Northern Ocean, these are the oceans, and the second row represents the wave. Second column represents the wave. So first, second, third, fourth. In the first one, so Bhagavad Bhakti Bhed, that's a BRS title. BRS is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and NOD title is Varieties of Devotional Service, which is whole introduction to the 19th chapter. Now within that, there are 4 waves: Samanya Bhakti, Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, and Prema Bhakti. Samanya Bhakti, Prabhupada calls as overview of devotional service. Sadhana Bhakti, Prabhupada calls devotional service in practice. Sadhana means practice. Bhava Bhakti, Prabhupada calls devotional service in ecstasy. And Prema Bhakti, Prabhupada calls devotional service in love of God. And the chapter numbers are also given. I'll not read the rest of it. If you want, you can take a screenshot later. Okay, so this is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, and this is Prabhupada. I've just put one because this is what we are going to focus on. The first wave, second wave, third wave, and fourth wave, which you can also say 4 parts or 4 waves, same thing. First wave reading Samanya Bhakti, second Sadhana Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti, and Prema Bhakti. Now, this is, okay, this last line is very nice. In essence, the Eastern division gives us an overview of how to go from the beginning stages to the advanced stages in Krishna consciousness, in ecstasy, and in pure unalloyed love. The remainder of the Nectar of Devotion in the Southern, Western, and Northern division describes these advanced stages in more detail. So first 19 chapters are enough for you to take yourself from the beginning stages to the advanced stages. Now, the details are described in rest of the book. Okay, so this is our main book, main section for Bhakti Shastri. If you can understand this, the whole overview will put in your head very nicely. I was also struggling, so finally I made this. Now I'm able to understand very nicely. So this is also nice. So first wave, we will be reading first wave, which is introduction in chapter 1. Introduction of Prabhupada covers 2 parts: overview of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which we have done little bit already, definition of pure devotional service, which we will be doing probably next week. Chapter 1 will talk about 6 characteristics of pure devotional service, which we'll probably do in the following class. Sadhana Bhakti has taken majority of the portion, which is chapter 2 to 16. Why? Because we are a sadhak bhakta. We are the bhaktas which we are trying to practice. We don't have that spontaneous devotion as yet. So which makes sense. So most of the chapters Prabhupada and Rupa Goswami are dedicating for that. So I've given the division as well. So 2 to 4 is sadhana bhakti. Number 5 is independent nature of pure devotional service. 6 to 8 is how to discharge devotional service. 9 to 10 devotional principles. 11 to 14 aspects of transcendental service. 15 to 16 talking about Raganuga Bhakti, which we all love to hear about. Bhava Bhakti is mentioned in chapter 17 and 18. Prema Bhakti, only one chapter is given, chapter 19, Love of God, because rest of the book deals with Prema Bhakti actually. From 20 to 51 deals with Prema Bhakti, the details of it. But in Bhakti Shastri course, we'll just read the definition and characteristics of Prema Bhakti, and that's about it. Okay, any questions at this stage before we get inside these things? Okay, everyone is fully happy. So understood whole NOD in your head now. Thank you. You can go back and check. Okay, this is also nice. So what are the 7 key themes this 19 chapters are going to talk about, as we done for Nectar of Instruction as well, for Ishopanishad as well. So it's important to know what these 19 chapters are going to talk about. So they're talking about the whole book theme is purity of devotional service. That's definitely one topic. Second is transcendental devotional service. So we can do devotional service or speaking to someone in mode of goodness, in mode of passion, in mode of ignorance. So bhakti can also be performed in 3 modes. So we're talking in this book, transcendental devotional service. Now Bhagavatam talks about bhakti in 3 modes. So we're not probably going there. We'll talk about Yutta Vairagya in this book, Parampara, descent to succession, a very major topic. What is our eligibility? And if not, how to make ourselves eligible for the pure bhakti? What is real happiness? How to achieve it? And Sadhu Sangha, very, very important topic. So these 7 key themes will be discussed in these first 19 chapters. Rasanand Prabhu, I'm trying to find him. He's here. Yes. So you're asking about the key verses. So here it is. As we have done for Nectar of Instruction, we will be reading these 4 verses. There's only 4 verses, so you'll be happy. Only 4 verses to remember. And we'll read it every week, so you will know pretty fast. So what we'll do, we'll read these 4 verses today. And maybe next week also I'll read, and then Sundar Gopal Prabhu, you can start allocating to devotees as you've done for Nectar of Instruction. There can be only 1 devotee. There's only 4 verses or 2, whatever you decide. Is it already published now, Avatar Prabhu? I think so, right?
Yes, Prabhu, it was published as part of the
Yeah,
law.
it's already published. So maybe you can reshare now with our Prabhu or Sundar Gopal Prabhu, just in case devotees don't have it. So just reshare in the group.
Okay.
So we know what 4 verses. Take a printout of this page and then we'll start. Okay. So let's recite these verses and we'll read the details obviously when we go in there. Anya Bhilashita Shunyam. You can unmute yourself. You can just get the tune first, second day. Anya Bhilashita Shunyam.
Anyabhilashita-shunyam
Jnana Karmadhyanabratam.
Jnana-karma-dhyana-vritam
Anukulena Krishnano.
Anukulena Krishna
Shilanam Bhaktiruttama.
Shilanam Bhakti-uttama
Anyabhilashita Shunyam.
Anyabhilashita-shunyam
Jnana Karmadhyanabratam.
Jnana-karma-dhyana-vritam
Anukulena Krishnano.
Anukulena Krishna
Shilanam Bhaktiruttama. Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam.
Sarvopadi-vinirmuktam
Paratvena Nirmalam.
Tatparatvena nirmalam
Hrishikena Hrishikesha.
Rishikena Rishikesha
Devanam Bhaktiruchyate.
Sevanam bhakti-rachate
Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam.
Sarvopadi-vinirmuktam
Tatparatvena Nirmalam.
Tatparatvena nirmalam
Hrishikena Hrishikesha.
Rishikena Rishikesha
Devanam Bhaktiruchyate.
Sevanam
bhakti-rachate
Ah Shri Krishna Namadi.
Atha Shri Krishnamadi
Nabhavet Grahyam Indriyaiha.
Bhavedrayamindriyeha
Devonmukhe hi jihvado.
Sevanam
Devamukhe-jihvado
Ayam eva sprutyadaha.
स्वयमेव
स्वयं
स्फुरतः
अतः श्रीकृष्ण नामादि
अतः श्रीकृष्णनामादि
न भवेद् ग्राह्यम् इन्द्रियैः
न भवेद्ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियैः
सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ
सेवोन्मुखे जिह्वादौ
स्वयम् एव स्मृत्यतः
स्वयं एवास्मृतः
अनासक्तस्य विषयान्
अनासक्तस्य
विषयान्
अर्थार्थम् उपयुञ्जतः
यथार्थम् उपाज्ञितः
निर्बन्धः कृष्णसम्बन्धे
निर्बन्धः कृष्णसम्बन्धे
तं वैराग्यम् उच्यते
युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते
अनासक्तस्य विषयान्
अनासक्तस्य विषयान्
यथार्हम् उपयुञ्जतः
यथार्थम् उपयुञ्जतः
निर्बन्धः कृष्णसम्बन्धे
निर्बन्धः कृष्णसम्बन्धे
तं वैराग्यमुच्यते
युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते
I hope you get a little meter here. They're very easy verses. So maybe what we can do, maybe one devotee can recite just one verse, and then we'll move on, and next week we'll come back again. So any devotee can recite the first one.
अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यम्
Anyavilasita shunyam
शून्यं
ज्ञानकर्मादि अनावृतम्
ज्ञानकर्मादिनावृतम्
अनुकूलेन कृष्णानु
अनुकूलेन कृष्णानु
शिलनां भक्तिरुत्तमा
Second.
सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तम्
सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तम्
तत्परत्वेन निर्मलम्
तत्परत्वेन निर्मलम्
ऋषिकेण ऋषिकेश
ऋषिकेण ऋषिकेश
सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते
सेवनं भक्तिरुच्यते
अतः श्रीकृष्णनामादि
अतः
श्रीकृष्णनामादि
न भवेत् ग्राह्यमिन्द्रियै
भवेद्ग्राह्यमिन्द्रिये
एवोन्मुखे हि जीवतौ
सेवोन्मुखे जीवादौ
वयम् एव स्फुरत्यदः
स्वयमेव स्फुरतः
अनासक्तस्य विषयान्
अनासक्तस्य विषयान्
अर्हम् उपयुञ्जत
यथार्थमुपयुञ्जतः
निर्बन्ध कृष्ण सम्बन्धे
निर्बन्धः कृष्णसम्बन्धे
युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते
युक्तं वैराग्यमुच्यते
Thank you, everyone. So we'll repeat every week, so we'll know. If you need a recording, approach Vijay Gopi Mataji or Satyabhama Mataji. They can record it for you. Okay, so we'll just focus on these verses when we get to that stage of NOD. Okay, so now we are entering into the first introduction, which is the overview of Bhakti. Now, Prabhupada has covered 13 verses in this introduction, which is 111 to 1113. So we'll not cover all the 13 verses. We'll cover only a few which are relevant to us. Now, as we know, Prabhupada has not written any verses in NOD. So I've taken these verses from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the actual book I have taken it from. So we'll read at least 5 verses out of these 13 verses. Okay, so this is the first wave, Sanjay Vyas Prabhu. So in the Eastern Ocean, we are in the first wave. So we'll continue. So when we see 1.1.11, for example, so it's the Eastern Ocean, which represents the 1, and the second one represents the first wave. So if we say 1.2, this is Eastern Ocean, second wave. 1.3 will represent, it's like a canto in the chapter in the verse number, you can say. So canto, you can say the Eastern Ocean, for example. Chapter is like the wave, and verse number is like the verse number. Is that okay?
So, sorry, bro. Sorry, my question last week was like a lot of Gaudiya literature has this sort of ocean waves and showers. So I was sort of asking, is there a reason why sort of Gaudiya literature is sort of has these titles of sections, waves, showers, rainfalls? Yeah,
Yes.
that was sort of the motivation
Because this
for
is
asking
what
this.
we are aspiring for, Prabhuji. So as we discuss about, this is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Sindhu means ocean. So we want to get out of the material ocean, definitely. There's no doubt in that. But we want to go to another ocean. So we don't want to just hanging around, just coming out of the ocean and go nowhere. So we want to go another ocean. In Damodar Ashtakam, there's a beautiful line, Ananda Kunde. So Ananda Kunde means Krishna is inviting all of us to come and drown in the Ananda Kunda. So Kunda, ocean, these are the analogies that you are saying is given in the Shastra, so that you're saying this ocean, when you drown, it's very painful, very, very painful. But in that ocean, when you drown, it's Ananda, Ananda. So there's so much Ananda in that. So that's why our acharyas are writing sort of in that mood. Because you will have to be in an ocean, whether you be in the material ocean or in the devotional ocean. So we are acharyas trying to take you out from material ocean and trying to put you like a fish has to be in the water, but which water you are in. So this water is very painful, so it's going to take you out of this water, go into that water which is very, very beautiful. Is that okay? Okay. Sakira Mataji.
Okay.
Prabhuji, the similar to this kind of a question, there was a question asked. Radha Gopinath Prabhu said that, like, he gave an example over here. He said that bhakti is not very straightforward. So similarly, when we talk about waves, things are intertwined. So one person is unique and Krishna has his unique relationship. So similarly, bhakti, we take this wave, that wave, and then we can combine. And that's how we see a lot of devotees. Okay, this devotee might be good in this part, but he's not good in this part. But there is some love for Krishna. So that's why these waves help us to accommodate everyone and understand. And that's why he said that waves are very important, because everything is intertwined in Krishna. Everything is not as it is. For example, Bhagavad Gita is not as it is for Krishna, for everyone. So that's how he was explaining this similar thing.
Okay, that's nice. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, so much we can take from these different explanations. Very beautiful. Okay, so we understand 1.1, what it represents. So 1 represents the eastern section, for example, and second one represents the wave, and the third represents the verse. Okay, now in the introduction, there are 3 broad topics discussed. First is Mangalacharan, broad contents of the book, which we have already done, so I'll not do that, and definition of pure devotion, so which we'll do the next week. So today, my target is to finish Mangalacharan. So let's look at the Mangalacharan, which is given by Prabhupada. Now, Mangalacharan, we all chant Mangalacharan. What is Mangalacharan? Invoking auspiciousness. So before we start doing anything, devotional at least, so we chant our Guru Pranam mantra, we chant Prabhupada mantra, we chant Panchatattva mantra, we chant Hare Krishna mantra, so that we can invoke the auspiciousness by acharyas, and then whatever service we are going to do, that service will be fruitful and pleasing to our acharyas. Fruitful is our anarthas are going from the heart. If you are not offering respects to Guru, it says whatever sevas you do, which will not be fruitful. You can be very intelligent person, give a fantastic class, for example, or do nice DT dress up, do nice kirtan. But that if that kirtan or that seva is not offered to your Guru, you're not doing in the mood of service, then that service actually does not create any real auspiciousness in your heart. It just may be increasing your ego, increasing your ego. So that's not the point. So that's why Mangalacharan is extremely important. For before doing any seva, we chant Mangalacharan. Now Mangalacharan, this is, I'm not just talking from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu perspective. Any Mangalacharan, even given in Bhagavatam, in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, in Bhagavad Gita, will have 3 portions to it. 3 portions to it. So obviously I have mapped it to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, but there will be always 3 parts in Mangalacharan. What are the 3 parts? Objective of the book, which is the Vastu Nirdesh, in Sanskrit, if you want to call it. I'm feeling some echo. Maybe everyone can mute themselves, please. So first is Vastu Nirdesh, which is the objective. Why this author is writing this book? Why are you doing what are you doing? So that is Vastu Nirdesh. In Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Vastu Nirdesh is covered in 1.1.1, which we'll read. Second is offering obeisances or namaskar. So always author will be doing namaskar. When Shukadev Goswami is doing namaskar to Vyasadeva, Narayanam Namaskritya, Naram Chaiva Narottamam. So we all know those verses. So Shukdev Goswami is offering, Prabhupada offering obeisances. So Rupa Goswami also offering obeisances. Now Rupa Goswami offering obeisances to 3 parts here. First is obeisances to Lord. Second is obeisances to Guru, and obeisances to all the great devotees as well. So these are the 3 parts of the offering obeisances in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Now, in other books, you may only have one verse for that, for example, offering Namaskar, and that's fine. But in this book, we have three. One to Lord, one to his Guru, one to all the devotees of the Lord before he starts writing the thing. And the final part is Ashirvad of any Mangalachana. Ashirvad means invoking blessings. Invoking blessings. After this seva, what you want to achieve. So author gives some blessing. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also giving blessings to all the readers. Rupa Goswami giving blessings. Like there's a Falashruti in Putana Upakhyan, right? There's a Falashruti. So invoking, if you read Putana Upakhyan, if you read Chitraketu Maharaj Upakhyan, what do you get? You get long life, you're not scared of ghosts and prates and all those things. Right? So these are the three parts. So what is the Sanskrit words? Vastu Nirdesh, Pranam, and Ashirvad. Anyone can say, what are the three parts of Mangalacharan? This is a standard quotation, not just Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. What are the three parts of Mangalacharan? We should know this.
Ashirvad is the third one.
Okay.
Vastu Nirdesh.
Vastu Nirdesh.
Vastu
Why are
Nirdesh.
you doing? You go in the kitchen to cook bhindi ka sabji. Vastu Nirdesh. There's objective there. And then what you do? Second is Sanskrit.
Pranam.
Pranam. I've seen cooks doing Dandavat Pranam to the chulha before they start cooking for the Sunday feast or for Janmashtami feast. They literally Dandavat Pranam. Radharani, please come and help here, because without your help, I can't cook for 5,000 people. So they do Pranam. They do Pranam. So for any even giving class or listening, we should have this mentality in our mind. Mangalacharan is not for, okay, this person is giving class, he has to chant Mangalacharan and I'm doing something else. So actually, all the devotees should be chanting Mangalacharan. All the devotees, because this is invoking auspiciousness for everyone. This is not just a speaker or listener, for everyone. Parikshit Maharaj also getting the ultimate benefit, and Shukdev was both getting. Now, if Parikshit, if not listening attentively, who will get the benefit? Only the speaker. Dhundakari and Gokard, you everyone know in Padma Puran. So, Dhundakari, who was a Pret, got the full benefit. Other people who are sitting in a Manav Shari, they're not getting benefit. So, sometimes you guys go off the camera, and I understand you're doing multitasking. Actually, we shouldn't do that unless it's an emergency, because we are defeating the purpose of it. It's not just a speaker has to speak and I can just bypass. It's not the purpose of this whole yajna. The purpose of yajna is everyone should get the same benefit. So I'm performing the yajna. You're also participating in the yajna. And someone is doing kirtan, someone is doing shravanam, but they all on the absolute platform. So if we take the shortcut, which is possible, we get the yetham prapadante. So we should try our best, unless the small kid is crying. Obviously, you have to look after him. But yeah, try to participate in the yajna with full sincerity. It's not me speaking, it's Prabhupada books. Prabhupada is speaking, and whatever I hear from Acharyas, I'm trying to share. My knowledge is nothing, but their knowledge is great. My Guru Maharaj used to say, I'm not great, but I have great teachers. So obviously he's saying out of humility, but the point is we are not great, but our teachers are great. So when we repeat the words of our teachers, our words also have value, because they're not our words, they are the teachers' words. So when we listen, when we participate in this yajna, the yajna is successful if we sincerely participate. Yes, Mataji, Ujjwala Mataji or Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Guru. The guru of Rupa Goswami was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes,
So
we'll
he's
read that.
Out
We'll
of
get to that
humility,
point.
okay.
We'll get to that point, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay.
Let the verse come. We're all curious. We'll talk about that. So we understand Mangalacharan, three Vastu Nirdesh, and then Namaskar, and then Ashirvad. Now, in this book, as I said, 1.1.1 is talking about Vastu Nirdesh. Actually, 1.1.1 also covers the third point, which is Ashirvad. We'll talk about that when we get to the verse. Invoking blessings may not always be explicit. Explicit means author doesn't have to say, I give you blessings if you read this or you hear this, right? So it can be implicit blessings. Like in other words, in another form, he has given the blessings. So it doesn't have to be explicit blessings. Many times devotees give class, they don't say, okay, if you hear this, then this will happen. Implicit blessings. When a sannyasi is giving class, for example, in the temple, he is giving all the listeners blessings already. is in mind, that these devotees listening this katha should also become devotees. So it can be explicit blessings or it can be implicit blessings. Now in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, there is no verse for blessings. So our acharyas explain the blessings are covered in verse 1 itself. Okay? We'll read about it. Okay, so these 3 points are clear of Mangalacharan. Again, these are standard points. Now let's get to the first verse. Now we are opening the first verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Any questions from anyone? Okay, all are happy. So let's read this. Akhila Rasamrit Murti Prasamar Ruchi Ruddha Taraka Palihi Kalita Shyama Lalito Radha Preyan Vidur Jayati. I'll just read the translation as it is and we'll expand on it. Okay, first synonyms are very important. Now these are the synonyms written by Bhanu Maharaj. Bhanu Maharaj, okay, let's go back. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is a very complex book, very, very complex book. It cannot be understood by normal mind. So Jiva Goswami has written a tika or a purport on Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which is called Durgam Sangamini Tika. So Durgam Sangamini Tika, the book name, author Jiva Goswami, is a commentary in Sanskrit for Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, so that Jiva Goswami is explaining the concepts in an easy language. So you can understand how complex it is, layers after layers. Like Prabhupada is writing commentary on the purports of the Acharya's purport. Vishwanath Chakra Thakur has written, Sanatan Goswami has written purport on Bhagavatam, and Prabhupada is writing purport on top of purport. So Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, obviously written by Rupa Goswami. Jiva Goswami has done a commentary book, a tika in Sanskrit called Durgam Sangamini Tika, which is an explanation of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, so it can be understood by normal person. But even that book is in Sanskrit. Now, our Bhanu Maharaj, he has translated Jiva Goswami, Durgam Sangamini Tika into English. So these synonyms are coming from that book. So this is the translation again by His Holiness Bhanu Maharaj, which is again a translation of Jiva Goswami. So I'll just read as it is. Akhila Rasamrita Murti, the reservoir of all pleasure in which exist all the mellows of devotional service, namely Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vasalya, and Madhurya. We'll talk about that. Prashmar refers to spreading forth. Ruchi refers to by his bodily luster. Ruddha refers to who has subjugated. Tarka is a name of a gopi. So gopi's name I have put in a different color so that we can differentiate. So Tarka, Pali, Shyama, Lalita, obviously Radharani. They're all the names of the devotees, gopis. Kalita refers to who has absorbed the mind. Vidu refers to Krishna. We'll read different meanings of word Vidu. And Jayati refers to all glories. Jayati refers to Jay, glories. So the translation goes, let Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, be glorified. By virtue of his expanding attractive features, he subjugated the gopis named Taraka and Pali and absorbed the minds of Shyama and Lalita. He is the most attractive lover of Srimati Radharani and is the reservoir of the pleasure for devotees in all transcendental mellows. So pretty complex translation, but let's read with the flow. We'll understand it more as we go. Now this is a side note for different gopis. So just read it as it is. I'll expand it in the future slides. So Vipaksha, everyone can see the bottom part of my slide? Right, okay. So Vipaksha, so Tara, Taraka or Tara Gopi is a Vipaksha Gopi, there are different groups, as you understand, in gopis also. There's a Swapaksh and there's a Vipaksh, there's a Suhra, there's a Tatastha. So there are 4 groups. Tatastha means it's a neutral. Swapaksh means a very, very close group of Srimati Radharani. And there's a Suhrat group, which is favorable, and one is Vipaksha. So Tara belongs to Vipaksha. Any other person can say a Gopi which belongs to Vipaksha group. Everyone knows that. Sakhi Radhika Mata is already saying Chandravali. Thank you so much. Chandravali, she's the leader there. And in our Paksha, who's the leader? Srimati Radharani. So Radharani, Chandra, they're the rivals. Obviously, transcendental competition, no material competition. Tatastha Paksh, Pali. Suhrat Paksh is Shamla. Swapaksha is Lalita. We'll read about that. Okay, now this Mangalacharan, BRS 1.1.1, is also used by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And Prabhupada has written little purport. This is the section CC Madhya 8.142. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami uses the same verse in his book of Rupa Goswami. Let's see what Prabhupada writes about this there. Everyone has a particular transcendental mellow by which he loves and serves Krishna. Krishna is the most attractive feature for every kind of devotee. He is therefore called Akhila Rasamrata Murti, the transcendental form of attraction for all kinds of devotees, whether the devotees be in a Shant Rasa, Dasya Rasa, Sakhya, Vatsalya, or Madhurya Rasa. Prabhupada further writes in 143, Krishna is all attractive for devotees in all mellows. So is all attractive for all mellows. Because he is the personification of the conjugal mellow. Krishna is attractive not only to all the devotees, but to himself as well. Himself as well. Anyone knows a story from Bhagavatam where Krishna is attracted to himself? I'm sure everyone knows that. Yes, Jayadharma Prabhu.
I think where he sleeps on the banyan tree. Is that the one?
No, not that one.
The,
He's sucking his toes.
sucking his toes.
That's
So,
different.
He sees himself in the mirror, in the pillar, and the reflection of the himself. He
Yes.
gets wow. And so this is
Yes. So Vismapanam Sasya Saubhagarde Param Padam Bhushana Bhushanangam. This is a verse spoken in third canto of Bhagavatam by Uddhava to Vidur. And there he says, Vismapanam Swasya Saubhagarde. Vismapanam, Vismay, Ashare. Even Krishna get wonderstruck by seeing himself. As Mataji said, in the gem pillar, where he sees the reflection, he stops. Who is this? Who is this? Why he's so beautiful? And Uddhava comes from behind. Maharaj, it's you, it's your reflection. Is it? I'm so beautiful. So Krishna is so beautiful. Now we all have these feelings, I'm sure. People see in the mirror, mirror, who is the best? But we know that beauty doesn't last much. Even if you have this misconception that I'm very beautiful, I'm very handsome, it doesn't last much. My Guru Maharaj was saying in the class, Cindy Crawford doesn't look like Cindy Crawford in the morning. You understand? Cindy Crawford doesn't look like Cindy Crawford in the morning. So when they get up, they don't look like what we see on the screen. They're very, very different. They are made to look like that. And nowadays with AI, anything is possible. You can make a crying person into a laughing person. You can make so many changes, all fake, all fake. Krishna is real beauty, real beauty. He doesn't have to do makeup of himself. As Uddhava is saying, he is the Bhushan of Bhushan. Why do you wear Bhushan? To make yourself beautiful, right? With the help of, someone wears a diamond ring or diamond, what you call earrings and necklaces and all that. So the person looks very beautiful. But when a diamond earring comes on Krishna, what does it say? Oh, earring, you're so fortunate that you are wearing Krishna. So Krishna is not wearing the earring. Earring is wearing Krishna. So Param Padam Bhushan. He is the ornament of the ornament. So he increases the beauty of the ornament. So whoever gets in touch with Krishna, his or her beauty increases. So if you are serving Krishna, it's not Krishna, Gopinath is getting the benefit. Who's getting the? It's us who are getting the benefit. Because by attaching ourselves with Krishna through the media of service, we become beautiful. We look attractive. And that's why you see devotees look so attractive. You see any devotee, any time, any dress, form and shape, they look very attractive. Why? Because they are in touch with Krishna. You see a sannyasi or any senior devotee, you see any time, it doesn't have to be, they have to come out at 8 o'clock in the morning with all the makeup. They look attractive. Even a Vrindavan Babaji, they look attractive because they have so much Krishna in it. And due to Krishna, they look so beautiful. So beauty is not in this skin actually. We usually look at skin beauty, but it's in the Krishna which is beautiful. So the more the Krishna, the more the beautiful that Jiva. So Krishna is not only attracted to all the devotees, but to himself as well. And here the expansion Prabhupada does Krishna in 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is not only attractive to devotees, but even to non-devotees. Anyone can give an example how Krishna is attractive even to non-devotees or so-called non-devotees. Everyone is a devotee in that sense. Anyone can give one example or two examples how Krishna is attractive to even non-devotees. What? A person who's a drunkard, for Prabhupada gives example, I'm not giving. He loves drinking alcohol. Prabhupada said, when you're drinking alcohol, you should think this alcohol also comes from Krishna. Chaitanya Charan Prabhu says very beautifully, he's very poetic. He says, even if someone is attracted to, say, meat, alcohol, and whatnot, all those sort of things, they're also coming from Krishna. So they're also attracted to Krishna, but those attractions do not lead them to Krishna. They take them away from Krishna. So everything comes from Krishna, but not everything takes you to Krishna. So it's coming from Krishna. Alcohol also comes from Krishna. All the other things also come from Krishna, but they do not lead you back to Krishna. So what we do, we take shelter of those things which take us back to Krishna. And others are taking shelter. They take shelter of alcohol, right? When they're too much stressed, they take alcohol. When they're too happy, they take shelter of alcohol. One example, or cigarette, whatever. So they also take shelter of those things which are coming from Krishna, but those things do not take them to Krishna. But when we are stressed, what do? 180 Falcon Street, मुल्ला की दौड़ मस्जिद तक. Where else we'll go? मंदिर ही जाएंगे, कुछ भी. We are happy, we go to temple. We are sad, we go to temple. We are happy, we are chanting. We are sad, we are chanting. We get so-called success, we are chanting. We fail, we chant. Every time. Prabhupada was asked, why do you chant? Prabhupada said, to chant more. What's the goal of chanting? To chant more. We chant to chant. Because chanting is the beginning, chanting is the end. Chanting is not the end to get something. It's the beginning as well. We are also chanting as sadhaka. Sannyasi is also chanting. We are also chanting 16 rounds. They're also chanting 16 rounds. But their quality obviously is much, much higher, much, much higher. So a beginner devotee, he comes to temple, he also starts chanting. He also says Hare Krishna. Sannyasi also saying Hare Krishna. So the quality matters, quality matters. And this is what we say, from Shraddha to Prema. This is all about actually Shraddha. Prema is also Shraddha, but the Prema is 100%, what do you call it? 24 karat? I don't know. 24 karat gold. And Shraddha is like 1% gold. Everything else is, loha, iron, fake mal. It's all fake mal. But Prema is 100% pure Shraddha in Krishna. So
Can the
Krishna,
other example be of Bali
yes,
Maharaj's sister who was attracted to
Ratnavali,
Vaman?
Ratnavali,
And
yes.
yeah,
Yeah. So Krishna
even
fulfilled
though she was a
100%.
demon. Yeah, even though
Obviously,
she
yes.
was a demon.
Yes, thank you. So she was attracted to Lord's Vaman form, a very beautiful. I wish he was my child. I could feed him. And then when she saw the major form of Lord, she said, "Oh, I wish I could kill him." So Krishna said, "Okay, Mata, I will fulfill both of your desires." Next birth, and both desires got fulfilled. She had an opportunity to feed Krishna. She also had an opportunity to kill Krishna. So that's why I say you should always have auspicious desires, not inauspicious desires. Viraj Prabhu gave this example of desiring a washing machine. I'm sure many Vamashita devotees will know one day, he decided, I wish I had a washing machine, and he had two washing machines. And he said, I wish I would have desired something else. So do not desire some cheap things. You never know. So always desire the highest. Even if you're not eligible, still desire, Krishna, please, please give me mercy, give me mercy. Okay. Okay, so this is Prabhupada writing from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Prabhupada writes, Krishna is the supreme attractive form. Krishna means all attractive. And by his universal and transcendental feature, he has captivated all the gopis headed by Tarka, Palika, Shyama, Lalita, and ultimately Srimati Radharani. So basically, Rupa Goswami is trying to cover all the spectrum, all the spectrum. Now, what Rupa Goswami is doing very nicely here, now Krishna has different forms, and Krishna manifests differently in different forms in his different leelas. For example, we have Shyam Sundar Krishna in Vrindavan. We have Mathura Krishna, we have Dwarka Krishna. We understand? So there are different Krishnas. Now, Shyam Sundar Krishna, Vrindavanam Paritajam Padam Ekam Na Gachati. He never steps out of Vrindavan. He always stays there. Mathura Krishna stays in Mathura. He reciprocates with his devotees, like Vasudeva and Devki. He reciprocates differently than Nanda Baba and Yashoda Maya. So he's a different mood there. In Dwarka, he will have a different, he's a kingly mood. He's a king. He's wearing royal clothes. In Vrindavan, no one likes to see him as king. Radharani says to Krishna, when she met in Kurukshetra, I want to take you to Vrindavan where you're not wearing this royal garment. I want to see you in more pankha, not wearing this royal shoes, in this dhoti and kurta, simple dhoti and kurta. I want to see your that form. Vrindavana Govardhana Jamuna Pulina Vana. So Radharani is explaining to Krishna, I want to take you to Govardhan, Yamuna Pulin one. I don't want to see you in this royal clothing in Kurukshetra, when you're heading thousands of people. I don't like that form. So they're different Krishnas. Now in Bhagavad Gita, which Krishna is invoked? Kurukshetra Krishna is invoked. But in Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the Krishna which is evoked is Braja Krishna. Braja Krishna. And that's why we're talking in Braj, Vrindavan also is talking about in the very first verse. You see the verse? He's talking about Gopi, he's talking about Madhurya Rasa. So he's evoking which Krishna? Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Braja Krishna, Vrindavan Krishna. In Vrindavan Krishna also, there are different mellows, different rasas. In that also, what he's trying to target? The highest rasa, which is Madhurya Rasa. In the highest rasa also, there are different classifications. He's trying to capture all the spectrum actually. Starting from, so I'll just go back, Vipaksha Tara to Srimati Radharani. So he's covering all the spectrum of Madhurya Rasa. So this is the highest manifestation of Krishna, which Rupa Goswami is trying to invoke through Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu in the very first verse. Very, very first verse. So this is the objective of the book. What's the objective of the book? To glorify, to reveal. To reveal, first is to reveal. Reveal and glorification are two different. Reveal means I am revealing the truth. If you read newspaper or you watch TV or internet, whatever news, I am revealing the truth. I am revealing the truth. So many times revelation of truth means downgrading the person. मैं सच बताऊंगा, I am a journal and I will tell you this Baba is not a Baba, he's a Dhongi Baba and all that, right? That's revealing. But Rupa Goswami revealing the truth of Krishna like glorification sense. He is revealing and glorifying. And what is the blessings he is invoking? Whoever reads Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu will also get attracted to Krishna as these gopis are attracted to Krishna. You get it? Because this is the highest manifestation of Krishna. So let's go further. Now this is the translation by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So I thought I'll include it. He has a very different translation. Just read the translation first. The full moon, which destroys suffering and creates happiness by its cooling rays, shines everywhere with its excellent qualities and beauty. It is the very form of nectar filled with all tastes. It eclipses the host of stars by its light, accepts the playful gestures of the night, and fondly enters the Vishakha constellation in the spring season. Krishna is compared to the moon. He's explaining himself why he did the translation. So Krishna is compared to a moon, and Tarka and Palika, two gopis who are compared to many, many stars in the galaxy. So Krishna is a moon and stars are just around that moon. Just like when the moon is full, very bright, one cannot see the stars in the sky due to the luster of the moon. Similarly, the luster of Sri Krishna, the transcendental attractive potency of Krishna, has eclipsed the power of all the gopis and completely brought them under his control. This is Krishna. So basically what he's trying to explain, Krishna is very lustrous and no one can stand in front of Krishna. He's so attractive. And it's not a forceful subjugation. There's a forceful subjugation that you have to surrender in an army. It's a beautiful subjugation. Out of love, a person surrenders to a loved one. Suppose, for example, there's a daughter or a son. He tells his father, Father, you should not eat too many sweets because you will get diabetes. His father will say, sorry, beta. Sorry, I'm not supposed to take. Because he loves the son. He loves the son or the daughter. So out of love, father surrenders. So when we surrender to Krishna, it's not a forceful surrender. It's a beautiful surrender out of love. Now, this is the translation by Bhanu Maharaj from Durgam Sangami Tika of this particular verse. This Bhanu Maharaj writing. His unique feature, which is the cause of all the qualities, is his form of supreme bliss, Amrit Murti, since he contains all 12 rasa, Akhil Rasa. Okay, so let's read this Akhil Rasa Amrit Murti. I was just reading different Acharyas' translations so that we can get some mood. Okay, so I put some gopis here as well. So this is what it is. Radharani obviously is the topmost gopi. Swapaksha, Lalita and Vishakha, as we all know, this is Swapaksha. Suhrat means favorable gopis. They are Shamala and another as well. This is just leading gopi. Tatastha means neutral. Sometimes they go in this paksha, sometimes they go in that paksha. Sometimes, in India, they join one party and another time join another party. We are also Tatastha, isn't it? We are also Tatastha, Shakti, Marja, and Potency. Sometimes we are spiritual, sometimes we are very demoniac. We're all like that. And there's a Vipaksha, which is Pali, Padma, and Shabya. So what Rupa Goswami has done very nicely has taken one gopi from all the ranges. So again, the purpose of this book is to glorify Krishna, to reveal that Krishna who's attractor of all these different gopis, so that eventually we also, by reading this book, can get attracted to Krishna in the same mood of Vrindavan Krishna. Okay. Now the main word come in this 1.1, which is Akhil Rasamrit Murti. Now let's discuss this one. Now there are 4 words here: Akhil, Rasa, Amrit, Murti. Okay, so there are 4 words. Akhil. Who knows the meaning of Akhil? Any Marathis here? Ujjalasa Mataji is Marathi, Mahasupro Marathi. Akha. They call it Akha in Bombaya English. Akha India. Huh? What does Akhila mean? It's word coming from Sanskrit. Akhil. Complete. Huh? That means Akhil means complete. So Krishna is the reservoir of all the rasas. Huh? We can have 1 rasa, 2 rasa, and sometimes when we try to play around with different rasas, we get confused. Sakhiradhika Mataji was giving example of Radha Gopinath Prabhu. I think he was giving I just remembered Prabhu's example of Damodar Leela, and he was saying Krishna in the Damodar Leela, he is dealing with all the 5 rasas in the same Leela. Govardhan Leela, 5 rasas in the same Leela. And he said, we can't do it. Sometime when we give priority to Vasalya rasa, the Madhurya get upset. Sometimes when we give priority to Madhurya, Vasalya get upset. I hope you all get the meaning. I don't need to expand on it. Huh? So we can't handle Sanjay Vyas Prabhu, you get it? Sometimes Vasalya gets upset because of Madhurya. Sometimes Madhurya gets upset because of Vasalya. So Prabhu was explaining, we can't even handle 2 rasas at the same time. Huh? One will get upset. One will get upset. Huh? But Krishna is the one. Huh? He is like, he can handle all the rasas in the same lila simultaneously, and he will satisfy everyone. He will satisfy everyone. That's why he's Supreme Personality of Godhead. Huh? Just an example. We can't handle all this. We can only handle 1 at a time in a very small quantity. And Akhil Rasa, he can handle all 12. So no matter which rasa you are in, which relationship you want to establish with Krishna, Krishna is available to you in the same rasa. Huh? I think someone else was saying, so it doesn't matter, you're Dasya Rasa, Shanta Rasa, you're Hasya Rasa, Veera Rasa. Bhishma Pitama is having a mood of chivalry. Veera Rasa with Krishna. He want to reciprocate. He's shooting arrows to Krishna, and at least on our mundane vision, Krishna's body is bleeding. Do you think Krishna is upset? If someone shoots us an arrow, we will be like, Prabhu, are you an enemy or friend? And it says Krishna was enjoying the arrows of Bhishma. See, that's a rasa. Bhishma knows what rasa will give pleasure to Krishna right now. So he's shooting the arrows to Krishna. He's taking the blood out of the body of Krishna. He's piercing his kavacha. And Krishna is very happy. He's very happy. Huh? So this is Veer Rasa. Narasimhadev is happy when he's fighting with Hiranyakashipu. He's not upset. Chanur and Mushtik, when Krishna is, he's actually very happy. He's very happy. So Krishna is Akhil Rasa. Now what does Murti mean? Murti means a person, a form. Huh? We say in Hindi also we call it Murti. In English, statue. Now we don't call our Vigraha as a statue. So there's a difference between statue and Vigraha, because Vigraha is Prana Pratishta. Krishna has been invoked in that deity, in that statue, because of the chanting of mantras by different priests, by different devotees. So he is a Murti as well. Krishna is a Murti. Here Murti does not mean a statue. Here Murti means a Vigraha, a form, a person. What sort of Murti he is? Amrit Murti. Amrit Murti. Now Amrit has many meanings, but simple Amrit meaning can refer to nectar. So this Murti is full of nectar. Another meaning of Amrita is happiness. Krishna is a Murti which gives happiness all the time. All the time. Mahabharata, there's a verse which says, from Krishna, what comes out constantly? From our body, what comes out constantly? Sorry to say. Some sweat, some runny nose, some things from our ear, some cough from our mouth. Nothing good comes out of our body. Anyone body gives out good things. My body doesn't. I'm not sure about your body. But Krishna's body gives always good things. Always good things. Huh? In Bhagavatam, it says, Radhanath Maharaj speaks this. In Bhagavatam, it says, when Krishna used to come, it has to be understood in the proper context though. I'll just say what it says in Bhagavatam. Krishna sometime will come in the house of gopis and he will urinate. And he will run out of the house. बाथरूम करके भाग जाते हैं भगवान. So Radhanath Maharaj says, even Krishna's urination is registered in Bhagavad. How many times we pass urine? No one bothers. Considered very dirty. This is called Supreme Personality of Godhead. Radhanath Maharaj boldly proving this is Supreme Personality of Godhead. His urination is also registered in Bhagavatam. It's written in Bhagavatam. Huh? And then Maharaj says, even Krishna's urine is Brahma. It's transcendental. It's Krishna's urine. Huh? His body actually doesn't have all this, but even if you take externally, it's Brahma. It's Brahma. It's completely transcendental. And he said, this is Supreme Personality of Godhead. It makes sense. It makes sense. How many activities we do? No one bothers. No one bothers in this material world. But when Krishna urinates, it's registered in Bhagavatam. We glorify. When Krishna is bound after doing his stealing, we worship that Krishna. When Krishna is asking for alms, we are worshipping Vamandev. We are worshipping Damodar. So what is considered low in the material world, in the spiritual sense, is considered so high. Krishna is Lakshmi Pati and he's saying, Bali Maharaj, 3 pag bhumi de do. Bhik mang rahe hain. He's becoming a beggar. Bhik mang rahe hain. Krishna is asking, please give me, as if he doesn't have any. He's Lakshmi Pati. Crores of Lakshmi serving Krishna is saying, please, de do na, thoda sa de do. I don't have any bhumi. This Krishna, we worship Vamandev. So this is called Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is not one of us. He is Supreme Person. So Murti, and that Murti is filled with Amrita. Now look at some examples. So I thought we'll just see different Leelas of Krishna, which is representing of Akhila Rasa. So first one, now you guys say, I've said a lot. What does this first picture represent? Which Rasa? Quickly. Let's go around. Sundar Gopal Prabhu.
Oh, the first one is Madhurya.
Madhurya Rasa. Krishna is sitting in Vrindavan with Srimati Radharani and Madhurya Rasa. Okay, thank you. Binay Prabhu, second one. Quickly. Just be ready. Okay, you are on mute, Binay Prabhu.
It's easier in the Vrindavan is the Gocharan Lila.
Gocharan Lila. Yes.
Yeah.
Which
And
Rasa we are talking here?
He's, I think, is Sakharasa.
It's a Sakya Vatsalya as well. There are many cows who have motherly affection for Krishna. They wanted to feed Krishna, and Krishna fulfilled their desire in Brahm Vimohan Leela. Prema Bhakti Mataji, third one. Quick, very, very easy one. Sorry, I'm just randomly picking.
Dasya.
Krishna's Janma Leela, Vatsalya. Vatsalya. So Nanda Babaji is there, and Krishna is taking. But we use this photo for Janmashtami poster. Now Avatar Prabhu. Fourth one, quickly. Killing the demons. You can say Rodra Rasa or Krodha Rasa. So secondary rasas are used here. So Krishna is enjoying now. Krishna doesn't have to kill. Who kills? It says in the body of Krishna, Vishnu kills. Now Krishna doesn't kill. Krishna is always like, he's enjoying God. But Vishnu in the body of Krishna, sometimes says Lord Shiva killed Putana, which is also true. So he's just having rasa. He was having a ride. What do you call this? Ferris wheel? Is that right? I don't know. Ferris wheel ride, some up and down. So Krishna was just having a sweet ride. Yes, Prabhu, next one. Which rasa we are talking? Leela and the ras name. Quickly. Jagannath Puri.
Sir, Prabhuji, that Yashoda Maya one, right?
Yes.
So it's Vatsalya Rasa.
Damodar Leela Vatsalya. Krishna is enjoying. It says, some of the Acharya says, Krishna had no one to chastise him or scold him. He said, Vaikuntha mein sab log puja karte hain. Everyone is worshipping me in Vaikuntha. No one chastises me. Let me go to earthly planet Bhulok Vrindavan and enjoy someone chastise me. So Krishna was loving this. When our mother chases, we become very fearful. Ab to maar padegi. Krishna was also scared actually. Krishna was also scared. Krishna is enjoying that rasa. Ujjwala Mataji, you wanted to add something or a question which I can take later?
I was just asking the second one, can that be a Shantaras as well?
Maybe, yes. It's a mix, Mataji. It's mixed. Cows also have different moods. Like gopis also have different moods. So we can't just say, but generally we can define it. Yeah. It says all the dham, like the grass, all the achala things, they're all Shantarasa. So it can be dasya, it can be vatsalya in between there. So shant will be more like a achala things. Okay. Garima Mataji, next picture.
Fifth can also be Bhaya, Prabhu.
Yes, I said Bhaya and Krudha.
Okay.
Fourth one, sorry.
Fifth one.
Oh, fifth as well. Yes, you are right, Prabhu. You are right. He's exchanging Bhaya as well. Krishna is fearful. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm saying there's a combination of rasas which he is enjoying. He cannot do that in the form of Vishnu. There's no Bhaya. Vishnu is the Supreme Narayan. He will never have Bhaya. But Krishna wants to experience that. So this is why sometimes they say Krishna is higher. Again, from rasa perspective, Krishna is will you think Vishnu enjoying the Bhaya rasa? Narsingadev enjoying Bhaya rasa? He is making other Bhaya. Narsingadev is not Bhaya. He is a person who make other Bhaya. Okay, Garima Mataji, next picture, which is the sixth one. Which Leela, which rasa?
Agasurvad.
Thank you, Mata.
I think Veerras or Sakyaras.
Sakyaras, Veerras. Thank you, Mata. Very nice. Next one. This is who will tell the Leela? Who is not? Vallabha Mata, Krishna Vallabha Mata. Next picture after Agasur.
Prabhu Bakasur.
Thank you, Mata.
Bakasur.
Similar rasa, you can say.
Yeah.
Agasur, Bakasur. Next one. Who will say? Someone else. Mohan Prabhuji. Which Leela?
Krishna showing the universe in his mouth
Thank
to
you, Prabhu.
Yashoda. And so again, I mean, this would be like Vatsalya Rasa and
Yeah, it
also
would be a combination, Prabhuji.
punishment.
Combination, because he was trying to show. Now, if he would have shown this form to Arjuna, what will happen to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, Manmohan Prabhu?
He would have, like, again,
come down from Sakya to Dasya straight away. That's what happened, right? But in Braja, it's stable. Thank you, Prabhu. Next Leela, he's enjoying Sakya Rasa, for example. He's having lunch. He's having just good time with his friends. Sakya Rasa is cracking jokes with each other and all that. Gaucharan Leela, again, here we see Radharani and the gopis in mood of separation. That Leela. Now, again, Krishna is having Madhura Rasa here. And last one with Akrura, multiple rasas are evoked there. So this is the Braj Krishna which Rupa Goswami is trying to evoke in us. So it's not going out of Vrindavan, it's in Vrindavan where Krishna is completely reciprocating with all the 12 rasas with different Brajvasis. Okay, what does Vidu mean? Now this is from Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami has given multiple meanings of Vidu. Vidu in general we can say Vidu means Krishna. That's what Prabhupada writes. Vidu means Krishna. Now Jiva Goswami has given more meanings to it, which is given by Bhanu Maharaj again. So we'll just read that. Very beautiful. So Vidu refers to Sri Krishna, which Prabhupada also writes, which is fine. Vidu also refers to Krishna, which excels in all the excellent qualities. Now we may all have some excellent qualities, but Krishna excels all of us in all excellent qualities. No one can. Mattaha parataram na anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya 7.7. No one can be above me. Krishna is just openly saying that. Can we say that in any field, any time? There will be someone who is greater to us, isn't it? We may be good looking, we may have some bala, we may have some wealth and all that thing. Someone, even in that point, will be there. If you are the wealthiest person in the world, just wait. Just wait. Maximum reported figures 1 year. Next year, you are Miss Universe today, Mr. Universe today. Tomorrow, you will change. Krishna surpasses everyone, including Devatas. Vidu, third meaning. He who is marked with the Srivatsa symbol. Now, tell me who else has the Srivatsa symbol except Krishna? No one else. Even if you get Sarupya Mukti, you look exactly like Vishnu, but there will be two differences. What are the two differences between Lord Vishnu and the other Vishnu Dutas who look like Vishnu? Sanjay Prabhu. Two differences. Quick one.
Sorry, Prabhu.
No problem. Sahiradhika Mataji. Two.
Kaustab Muni.
Thank you.
Mani
Kaustubh Mani.
and the Srivastava symbol.
So Lord Vishnu is the only one who has two special signs on his body which none of the Vishnu Dutas have. Although they may look like exactly like Vishnu. Two different. Kaustubh Mani, he has a special jewel in his neck, in his necklace, and Shiva's sign. Shiva's sign is nothing but a bunch of hairs on his chest. This represents Shri Lakshmi ji. Shri means Lakshmi. Thank you, Sakiradhika Mataji. Fourth meaning, Jiva Goswami says, Vidu stands for Vidunoti, which means he defeats. Krishna is the one who defeats. It indicates the person who transcends all sufferings, the person who surpasses all other things. So Krishna defeats all the. Sometimes we say our problems are very big. So Chaitanya Prabhu says very nicely, don't tell your what does he say? Tell your problems how big Krishna is. Don't tell Maya how big your problem is. tell Maya how big Krishna is. How big Krishna is. Huh? He says like that, which is very beautiful. So a devotee, that's why they are never depressed. They're always smiling. Even amongst so many hundreds of problems, they are smiling because they have faith in Krishna. Even if worse to worse happen, Krishna is still with me. Huh? What? Some material changes will happen. Nothing much will happen. Nothing much will happen. So in Bhagavatam also there's a verse, Vidunoti Surat Sadam in 1.2. First canto, second chapter. Vidunoti Surat Sadam. And there Prabhupada writes, Vidunoti means cleaner. So Krishna enters into our heart and he cleans our heart. So he is the one who can clean. Now anyone can clean their own heart by themselves? No. Krishna can do that. So when you hear Srimad Bhagavatam and you chant Krishna's name and you serve Krishna, what happened? Krishna enters in your heart and he does jhadu pocha. Jhadu pocha. He is the best jhadu pocha wala. He can clean your lust, greed, anger, kam, krodh, lob, moh, mad, matsar. He can clean up all. He can clean up all. He says just by having the desire to hear Bhagavatam, he can clean your anarthas. He can clean. He's the best cleaner. All this washing powder, Nirma, they don't work. This Nirma and Surf Excel and all that, they don't work. Huh? Krishna works. Huh? Krishna works. Hare Krishna works. Okay, so he's a best cleaner. He defeats all these anarthas. Vidu can also stand for Vidadhati, which means he produces. This indicates the person who produces all happiness, or the person who causes everything. Aham sarvasya prabhamatta sarvam pravardate. When you're in touch with Krishna, you are always happy. The more you're in touch with Krishna, the more happy you are. So this is the 5 meanings of word Vidu. So Vidu Jayati, that means that Krishna which has these qualities, Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho. He should become victorious. So when you read this Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that Krishna we are evoking, who can clean our heart, who can give us happiness, who can defeat all our anarthas. And he is endowed with Shiva Sachin. He is the one who excels in all the excellent qualities. So this is the Krishna we're trying to evoke. Okay, this makes sense? So this is Akhil Rasamrita. So this verse, first verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu has 3 themes. One covers the gopis, one covers Akhil Rasamrita Sindhu, which is Krishna himself. And the third one, you can say evoking blessings, which is Vidu Jayati. So Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho. So the point here is, for us, we also want to defeat all the anarthas. We want to get attracted to Krishna like this. Okay, 1.1.2. Let's read it quickly. So this is the obeisances part, Namaskar part. So first he pays obeisances to Lord. I'll just read the translation quickly. I offer my respects unto the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Rasanand Prabhu, that's your answer. So he considered here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Lord, not as his Guru. Huh? So he's giving the first word. Though I am a wild person by nature, I have undertaken this work by his inspiration within my heart. Huh? So this is obeisances to the Lord. 1.1.3, this is obeisances to, anyone can remember? To his Guru. So first Lord, then Guru. Someone can read that? Giriraj Prabhu, would you like to read just a translation? 1.1.3.
May this work named the Ocean of Nectar, composed of Bhakti Rasa, always serve as the recreation hall of my Lord, manifested in the form called Sanatana Goswami, for his pleasure. Wow.
Thank you, Prabhu. So here, if you read the Sanskrit verse, I like the Sanskrit. So you see in the first line, the word Sanatan is Sanatan Tanor Mad Ishasya. So here it refers to his Guru. Now, Acharyas explain, Jiva Goswami explains that this Sanatan word is a double meaning word. One refers to Sanatan Goswami. Now, Rasanand Prabhu, responding to your question. So, although we are Rupanuga, Sanatan Goswami was elder brother, we know that. Rupa Goswami was considered as the leader of this whole sampradaya by Sanatan Goswami because he surrendered first to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by instruction. By initiation date, they were both same, but surrendering his life, Rupa came first, just 1 or 2 months ahead, not much. But Sanatan considered Rupa as his Guru, and Rupa considered Sanatan as his Guru. Why? You are my elder brother. Because they both got initiated at the same time, right? If 2 people get initiated at the same time, one is elder brother, would you not think him as an elder, right? So Rupa always considered Sanatan as his Guru. So that's why he's paying obeisances to his Guru. He's already paid obeisances to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Lord here. Now, another meaning which Jiva Goswami says Sanatan refers to eternal. Sanatan means eternal, right? That's why you see the word Goswami comes in the bracket. So Sanatan can refer to Sanatan Goswami, Sanatan can also refer to Sanatan. So let me relish this rasa for how long? Sanatan, eternal. Not for 1 day, 2 day while we are doing Bhakti Shastri, yaad kiya, fir bhul gaye. That's not the point here. That's not the point. The point is to relish this forever. Okay, let's move forward to the last one. 1.1.4. This is obeisances to whom? Who can say? Quickly. Acharya Nishtha Prabhu. This verse represents which theme? We read that.
Devotees.
Thank you. So 3 obeisances he is giving, 1 to Lord, 1 to Guru, 1 to devotee. So this is the 4th verse of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Acharya Prabhu will read the translation, please.
I offer my respects to the devotees who are like makaras, kings among fishes, frolicking in the sweet ocean of devotional rasa, who disregard the insignificant rivers of liberation and who are free from fear caused by the net of time.
Thank you, Prabhuji. This is a very important verse. Prabhupada has written about this verse a lot. So we'll just discuss very quickly some important points here. So I offer my respect to devotees who are like makaras. What is makara? Now, makara meaning is many meanings. A simple meaning you can say shark or a machli. But actually, makara is a different species. It's a fishy species. It lives in the ocean, but it says the king of fishes. It looks different as well. I got a little picture. A funny picture. We'll share that in a second. Huh? So makaras, we understand. So devotees are like makaras. Why devotees are called makaras? Any ideas? Now, if you read impersonalism, one famous analogy they give: river merging into ocean, so the jiva merges into the god. General philosophy they give. Now, Sanatana and Rupa Goswami using the same analogy in a different way. What is he saying? We are not like the river, but we are the aquatic in the river, like a fish in a river, right? So there are fishes in the river, and when you can see a little picture from net, this river merging into the ocean, right? So when the river merges into the ocean, the aquatics of the river, say a fish or a frog, will also go into the ocean, right? So that frog will still survive in the ocean, right? So when we go back to Godhead, we don't merge. We don't merge. We still stay as a fish or a frog, whatever you are, fish or frog, you still enjoy, but in a bigger body of water. So Rupa Goswami is saying, we are not like the river, we are like the aquatics, like the makara. And when makara goes into the ocean, they actually enjoy more. Now, we are not aquatic, so we don't understand it. But, when you have a small play field for your kid, Abhyan is playing in a small, okay, Prabhuji, thoda bada ghar lenge na. Abhyan will get a bigger space, for example, right? So kids will get a bigger place for playing. Sometimes we say like that, we'll have a bigger space to breathe. Not that we are not breathing. So makaras will enjoy more in the river or in the ocean. Where they will enjoy more? They are the king of the fishes. They will enjoy more because they get more space to play. So devotees enjoy actually more. So river here does not represent the soul. It represents the bhakti of the soul. So bhakti, when it merges into the supreme bhakti, we enjoy more. So that's the first point, makaras. So it rejects the Mayavadi philosophy straight away. Then frolicking the sweet ocean of devotional rasa, who disregard the insignificant. Now a makara enjoying in a bigger field, bigger ocean, will you want to go back to a river, to a small house? Would you like to do that? From 4-bedroom, 8-bedroom house is fine. 4-bedroom to 1 studio apartment, who would like to go? Anyone here? I don't think so. So
Prabhuji,
no.
Vrindavan.
Yes. Huh?
If it's in Vrindavan.
If it is Vrindavan, yeah, devotees are pura pakka devotees. Thank you. Come cleaning. सही है प्रभु जी, वहां पे सही है. तो हम लोग ओशन की ही बात कर रहे हैं. इन वृंदावन जब छोटा सा एक कमरा मिल जाएगा, मजा आएगा. Mahasu Prabhu has already arranged for all of us, if you don't know, isn't it, Prabhu? So if you don't know, ask Mahasu Prabhu the address. He will give you the address. In Vrindavan, he has already booked studio apartments for us. है ना प्रभु जी? बता रहे थे मेरे से एक दिन. One day he was saying, all the devotees can come. I have no problem. I've got a big place, big dharamshala. Mahasu Prabhu has. Okay. You know what I'm saying, Mahasu Prabhu? If you don't have, try to get one. Okay. So, who disregard the insignificant. So, devotees do not care about liberation. Devotees. We'll read this one chapter in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is about how liberation becomes very small, very insignificant. Who are free from the fear caused by the net. This is the last analogy. Rupa Goswami saying the makaras, the jivas, the devotees are free from the fear caused by the net of time. Now, analogy given here, sometimes you may say when you go on book distribution, I'll just take a couple of minutes if that's okay. We'll finish this verse and then we'll stop. So sometime when you go on book distribution, say, okay, please take this book will make you happy. What's the first response you get? I'm already happy. The people in ignorance saying they are very happy. So this will happen, right? But what happens when the death comes? No matter how happy, so-called you are very rich, you are very famous, you are very beautiful, very intelligent. But when death comes, it defeats you. Death defeats you. But devotees are not getting defeated by death. How? You also die. We are all going to die. So why we are not getting defeated by death? Anyone? Quickly.
We are going closer to Krishna.
We are going to closer to Krishna. We know this body will change, but who cares? This body is not great anyway. So actually devotees are sometimes happy. Bhishma Pitama is happy by changing the body. Even Krishna says in the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhishma Pitama, Dronacharya, they are old, body will change, no problem. Vasansi Jirnani Yatha Vyaya 220. So devotees are not fearful. Another thing, Rupa Goswami says, if you are a small fish, you're frolicking in the water, and a machwara fisherman comes and puts the net, and it takes you away. But if you're a big fish, big fishes go deep into the water. So they do not get caught by the normal fisherman fish. So here, what is that net? Net of Kala. Because we are so deep into the ocean, a devotee, I mean, so deep into the ocean, it does not get caught by the net of time. Ayur harati vai pumsan udayan astanchayana so tasyarte yatachnonita uttam shlok vartya 2:317. जो उत्तम श्लोक की वार्ता करते हुए discussing the pastimes of Krishna, they do not get caught with this with sun setting and sun rising. Okay, so insignificant rivers of liberation, and there's a little net in the ocean. Now the bhakti concept, this is a makara. This is the best picture I could get of makara. This is also used by Bhanu Maharaj. So I'm just following Maharaj here. This is a makara, but makara is similar to fish, but not exactly like that in actual Sanskrit. Makara is also the carrier of Gangaji. Gangaji writes on makara, not magarmach. Sometimes they as magarmach. Actually, it's makara. It's in between magarmach and machli. Anyway, so Rupa Goswami says, fourth thing, this is the ocean of Bhakti Rasa. Sharks in deep water never enters into the rivers. And one more quality, I was hearing in a lecture, is saying, because all the big gems are on the bottom of the ocean, big gems. So always the makaras goes very deep, and net, they don't care about the net. They never get caught. Sharks go beyond the net of time. Volcanoes hardly affect ocean. One point, Rupa Goswami says, volcanoes, Mayavadis, blabbering. It's just like croaking of the toad, Prabhupada said in lecture of instruction, and they just die. But makaras don't get affected by this. Okay, so these are the 4 verses which we explained regarding Mangalacharan. We'll just do a quick recap next time, and then we'll start Anya Bilashta Shunyam, which is one of the main verses. Okay, it's 9:05. I'll not take any questions, but you have any, please write it, and we'll cover in the next class. Okay, Hare Krishna. Rupa Goswami ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Bhakti Rasamrata Sindhu ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari.
Hare
So